let's go to the second notice of disallowance. Kindly flash that. That's dated March 31, 2026. Okay. During your direct examination, the good counsel flashed on the screen sample ARs showing the following names. Does she have a copy of the second ND? Now I will ask you if the following names are in the second notice of disallowance. That's dated March 31, 2026. Pia Piatus Lim. Meron ba dyan?
Wala po.
Ralph Josh Bacon.
Wala din po.
Ann Ongpauco.
Wala po.
Diane Maple Lapid.
Wala din po.
Miggy Mayo.
Wala po.
Kokoy Villamin.
Wala po.
Denise Tanya Escudero.
Wala po sa notice of disallowance.
Christine Applegate Estrada.
Wala din po.
Okay. Okay, so wala ho kayong findings doon. Gaya ng sinabi niyo kanina. Okay. So, may tanong ho ako sa inyo, no? Kung yung pangalan ho ba, okay. If the name appears to be funny, does that automatically mean that the name is fictitious? Kasi nga, may mga flash po na ARs dito.
Your Honor, please, the question is misleading. The point of flashing these acknowledgement receipts were not the names. The names were incidental, that the names were funny or fruit salady or names of congressmen or senators, Your Honor, is immaterial. They were flashed because of the manner by which the funds were used.
Your
For
Honor.
medicines, Your Honor.
Counsel explaining
Attorney
again.
Gabonan, you have to admit you had fun. You had fun with the names
We had
too
so
when
much
you were
fun,
using
Your
it.
Honor, but
Exactly. So
That's
let her cross the witness based on those and
Please, Attorney
utilize it
Gabonan.
as well.
Yeah. Oh, so ayun po, no, kung nakakatawa ho ba yung pangalan, automatic fictitious na yon.
Your Honor, again,
Yes,
fictitious.
counsel.
Just for the record, fictitious is her own conclusion. We have made no such conclusion as regards to the name, except perhaps that they are funny.
Your Honor,
Well, counsel, actually, that's not entirely accurate because in the complaint, you did allude to the fact that some of the names are fictitious based on the PSA documents that you attached as an annex to the complaint, although you're not yet there. You haven't gotten there yet. Please continue, Attorney Christine.
yes.
Attorney Gabonan, give her share of fun with the names.
May I be allowed, Your Honor, to sit down while she's having fun?
Yes,
Your Honor?
yes, Attorney Gabonan, you may do so. Attorney Christine, please proceed.
Okay, I will continue my question, Your Honor. No? If a name appears to be funny, does it mean it's fictitious?
Hindi ko po siya masasagot kasi
Hindi mo siya masasagot, meaning,
hindi ko na wala po namang yung sa name po kasi hindi ko masasagot kung
totoo o hindi.
opo,
Okay.
tama.
So, in short, hindi mo masasabi na porket nakakatawa yung pangalan, peke na yon. Yun ba yung sinasabi ninyo?
Parang hindi po ako makakasagot dun sa tanong na ganun.
Okay, basta walang findings na ganun, no?
To clarify, let me help you a bit, Attorney Christine. Wala kayong binanggit tungkol sa mga pangalang nakakatuwa o nakakatawa sa dalawang notice of disallowance, Eileen. Wala, di ba?
Wala po.
Wala rin sa anumang AOM binanggit yon, di ba?
Wala din po.
Kahit yung mga lugar kung saan binayaran, wala kayong binanggit sa AOM o sa notice of disallowance, ma'am.
Opo, wala po.
Okay, thank you. Please proceed,
Yes.
Attorney Christine.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, now let's go to the CGGPA hearings. Okay. Nandun ka ho nung September 18, 2024, na hearing sa CGGPA.
Nag-attend po ako ng mga meetings pero hindi ko na po matandaan yung exact date.
Okay. Ito yung, nandun si Attorney Camora. Hindi niyo matandaan.
Hindi ko, nag-attend po pero hindi ko na matandaan yung exact date po.
Okay. So, in that hearing, now, are you aware that she was asked by Representative Swansing about the grounds for disallowance under the second notice of disallowance? Did you know that?
Your Honor,
Pwede
please.
po bang,
Excuse me.
Yes, we will flash the TSN. Don't worry, Counsel.
It's okay if you don't recall, Jean. Silene.
Hindi ko na po maalala yung exact na
May we
nangyari.
just be clarified? Is counsel referring to a September?
September 18, 2024 hearing.
Of
Okay,
the Committee
okay,
on
let's go.
Good
Let's
Governance.
flash page 29 of the TSN. On that hearing, pages 29 and 30. Please, Tech. Okay na ho? Okay, so in that hearing, no, Attorney Camora said, yes, good morning, Madam Chair. As to the 2022 notice of disallowance, no, there were 3. Kasi nga tinanong siya kung ano yung grounds. No? Then the chairperson, sabi, ma'am, pakilakasan po yung boses ninyo, hindi marinig. Ms. Camora, okay, there were 3 items that are part of the notice of disallowance. The first one is non-submission of documents on the payment of rewards. The second one is charging some items that are not compliant under the rules, joint circular. And the third one is non-submission of the revised accomplishment report on the OVP to the 3 regulatory offices, which are the Office of the President, the Senate President, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Because they submitted the original one and they made an amendment. And then Representative Swansing said, Mr. Chair, if COA, and then the chairperson said, please proceed, Congresswoman Swansing. Representative Swansing, may I please be enlightened to explain to us, because it seems a little bit technical as to how it was explained by COA, kung pwede hong maipaliwanag sa atin in non-technical terms as to the grounds for disallowance. Okay. Chairperson, COA, pakisimplify, please explain it in layman's term. Ms. Camora, yes, basically, the disallowance are because hindi po nag-submit ng required documents under the joint circular. Do you confirm that?
Yes po, based po sa
Okay,
document.
na sinabi niya yan.
Opo.
Okay. So, okay. Let's go to the April 14, 2026 hearing sa COJ, Committee on Justice. Nandun ho kayo?
Opo, pero hindi ko na rin po gaano maalala yung
Sige,
specifics.
okay lang. No? We will flash the TSN, the relevant TSN for that. No? Yes, we are referring to page 194 of the COJ TSN dated April 14, 2026. Kindly flash it on the screen. 194. Okay. Okay. So, in that hearing, Representative De Lima asked Attorney Camora, no, if there's anything in the COA decision dated April 10, 2026, stating that the alleged misuse of funds, Okay, just to lay the basis, no? Dito sa hearing na to, tinanong ho si Attorney Camora na kung may decision na ba ho yung COA doon sa appeal ni respondent. Tama ho? Maalala nyo lang.
Yun po ba yung sa...
April 14 na hearing.
pero pertaining po ito dun sa fourth quarter 2022 ng OVP.
Yes, sakto po.
Opo.
Okay, so tinanong siya, no? Sinabi niya may decision na nga dated April 10. And then Representative De Lima propounded some questions which are found on page 194 of the TSN. So sabi ho ni Representative De Lima, meron din hubang nakasabi, although I know, nasabi nga po, nilinaw po ng ating chair na let's wait for the copy. Yung talagang official copy of the decision. Although you have it already, but we want really yung pinaka-official in the sense na nandyan yung hard copy. Attorney Camora said, opo. Representative De Lima, ay natatandaan niyo ho ba kung yung decision na yan ay may nakasabi doon na mali talaga yung paggamit ng mga confidential fund sa OVP at hindi alinsunod sa circular, sa joint circular? Ms. Camora said, Madam Chair, it's sandali lang po ulit. Then Representative De Lima, hindi sa mga tamang gamit ng confidential funds as prescribed under the joint circular. And then Ms. Camora said, Nakalagay po, in this case, the accomplishment report on the utilization of confidential and intelligence funds, the DEPs and the certification submitted failed to comply with the guidelines and conditions set forth under the joint circular po.
Your Honor, please, if I
Yes.
may interject at this
What
moment.
is
Your Honor.
the interjection of Attorney Kapunan?
Your Honor, please, counsel is reading from transcripts. She is reading from transcripts which are, we have judicial notice of these transcripts, Your Honor. But she is reading statements of other people and asking this witness about statements of Hamora, about statements of other people, Your Honor, just by her being present there, Your Honor. Now, if that is their intention, then they should present that witness here. Because that witness can testify on her personal knowledge. You are asking this witness who was just there, she can state that a meeting actually occurred, that she was there. But if you are going to ask her to confirm, for what purpose, Your Honor? These transcripts will show the presence of Hamora. It will show her presence.
I'd like to thank Attorney Kapunan. You did not make an objection, but I would have sustained it. Attorney Christine, counsel for respondent, this was one of the warnings of the presiding officer at that time directed at the prosecution, actually, when they asked for the court to take judicial notice of it, not to use the transcripts to read into the record certain things that is not being testified to by a witness that has personal knowledge over it. If you recall our interjections in relation to the Las Cañas affidavit, this is similar to that. So unless you are referring to the witness herself who testified there, kindly present the witness that you are reading the statements of, because this is only as to tenor, as to the fact that Camora said this. You can confront the witness through another way without reading certain statements made, because the opposing counsel might just do this to you at some point, which I will also not allow, to be fair.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor, but
Thank you, Your Honor.
But the witness already confirmed that she was at the hearing. I'm just asking if she remembers that these statements being made.
It's a way and technique, counsel. I
Well,
mean,
anyway, Your Honor,
Attorney Kapunan might just do that
Yes, we will
with the
just
transcripts
ask.
at some
No, Your
point, which I
Honor,
also will not allow. So
we will just ask the question at the right time, Your Honor.
kindly do so at the right
At the
time and with the right
time,
witness,
Your
counsel.
Honor, please, at the right time and to the right witness.
Yes,
This is not the right witness, Your
Just
Honor.
just as the presiding officer stated. Move on, Attorney Christine.
Okay. Okay, punta ho tayo sa time frame ng expenditures. Okay. Nakalagay ho ba sa JC na may minimum number of days na dapat i-utilize po yung confidential funds?
Meron pong nakalagay sa joint circular. Hanapin ko lang po dito. Dun po sa item 6.1.5 that cash advances shall be limited to the requirements for 3 months. Tapos, yun po, the disbursement voucher. Dun po nasa
Okay.
6.1.5.
Sige, salamat po. No, you're referring to the cash that is being provided by the agency, which should be limited only for 3 months, tama?
Opo, tama.
Pero nakalagay ho ba sa JC na sa loob ng 3 months na yan, dapat i-utilize nyo, let's say within, dapat i-utilize nyo ng hindi iiksi ng 10 araw. Dapat merong at least 30 days na utilization. May ganun ho ba?
Wala pong nakaspecify sa
Walang
joint
nakaspecify
circular.
doon. Now, in fact, the determination of time and speed of utilization is outside the scope of the COA ICFAO audit, correct?
Pwede pong paulit?
Okay. Kung gaano kabilis ginastos yung pera, hindi na usakop yun ng audit ng ICFAO.
Your Honor, please, what does counsel mean by gaano kabilis?
Let me do it, counsel. Is the fact that the respondent spent the last quarter confidential funds in 11 days found in any of your AUMs or notices of disallowance?
Nabanggit lang po siya doon sa AOM na binanggit po doon na it was spent in 11 days.
Pero walang finding in relation to it violating the memorandum circular
Wala po, nakalagay lang po na statement na it was used for 11 days.
as a statement of fact.
Opo.
Okay. Move on, Counsel.
Okay. Thank you. Napunta naman tayo dun sa DepEd. Okay. For the first to third quarters of 2023.
Opo.
Okay. So, with respect to the DepEd confidential funds, no, nasabi nyo rin kahapon na may credit notice na number 2024-162 dated August 8, 2024. Tama?
Opo.
Okay, yung amount nun ay 75 million pesos.
Opo, for the 2 quarters.
Okay. And and the credit notice was signed by the chairperson Gamaliel Cordoba.
Opo, tama po.
Okay. So, the issuance of credit notice means that the confidential expenses totaling 75 million were already allowed in audit. Correct?
Opo, base po. Nung
Based
na-issue
dun
po
sa
yan.
credit notice. Okay. So, bale, yung findings ho ni Attorney Wamil, okay, balik ko tayo dun sa AOM number 2024-015, paki-flash ho ulit. Yung AOM number 2024-015, dated February 1, okay, covering the first and second quarter of 2023, binaliwala na ho yun ng COA.
Hindi po sa binaliwala, pero nung in-evaluate po namin yung kanilang response, na-comply po yung requirements ng joint
Yun nga,
circular.
kinancel na yon. Kumbaga, hindi na inadapt ni COA yon, yung findings na yon.
Opo, kasi nga during the evaluation, na-comply na yung mga issues raised sa AOM.
Okay. So, ibig sabihin, can we go to page 3 of the AOM? No, yung page 3 kasi nakalagay doon yung mga accomplishment reports, no. We have observed that there was a lengthy direct examination here on the part of Attorney Wamil, no. So ito lahat ng nakalagay sa accomplishment reports, no. Etong counterinsurgency program, abuse prevention and control within the schools, anti-illegal activities operations, anti-extremism terrorist programs, all of the amounts spent here were already allowed in audit.
Opo, tama.
Okay, thank you. As to the third quarter naman, pending pa yung AOM, di ba po?
Opo, under evaluation and review pa po yung response.
Okay. So, wala pang notice of disallowance.
Wala pa po kaming nilalabas na any...
Walang notice of suspension, of course.
Wala pa po.
Okay. Okay. Nung direct examination ho ni Attorney Wamil nung August 4, no? I don't know kung you were here, no? He was asked about internal controls of the OVP and DepEd. At sinabi po niya, no, based, which I quote, no, I will not ask the witness if she heard it, Your Honor. That's my caveat.
Your Honor, please, again, before counsel proceeds with this line of questioning, there is only one witness here, Your Honor. There are not two. Attorney Wamil is not here. They had the opportunity to ask these questions from Attorney Wamil. Now, to ask these questions from this witness about what Attorney Wamil said, Your Honor, I think I was going to say, but I'll say it anyway, it's an absolute waste of time of this honorable court, Your Honor. To ask these questions, to ask this witness to confirm, did you hear what Attorney
No, I will
Wamil
not
say?
ask that
Did you see what he said on TV? Your Honor, please, you can ask this question directly from this witness, unless you want to call Attorney Wamil again to the witness stand and ask questions you did not ask before. Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Counsel, the presiding officer will allow it because it's part of cross to try to test the credibility of the witness in relation to statements made by a co-worker, or at least a co-worker still, who turned over documents to her pertaining to the OVP and the DepEd. Kindly proceed with your question because I'm sure the witness will ask you to repeat your question again anyway, Attorney.
yes, thank you, Your Honor. Actually, at the good counsel, Attorney Kapunan, is preempting my question. Wala pa nga ho akong question.
Kindly
At
ask
sinabi
your
ko
question.
hindi dahil narinig niya yon o hindi. Hindi yun yung question ko, no? So, in that, on August 4, no, tinanong si Attorney Wamil about his opinion on the internal controls of the DepEd and the Vice President. Okay, ito yung sinabi ni Attorney Kapunan. Nakita ba natin sa mga dokumento na sinubmit ng Vice President at ng Secretary of DepEd, nakita ba natin yung mga internal controls? Sabi ni Attorney Wamil, opo. Since based on the documents po, may deficiencies pa na noted, no? So it can be inferred, sabi ho niya, na hindi strong yung kanilang internal control. Now, does the COA-ICFAO evaluate the internal control of an agency?
Yung sa internal control po ng agency, nasa responsibility po kasi ng head of agency to institute internal control po.
Okay, so in short, anong sagot ninyo doon? Yes or no po? Kasakop ba ng audit ng COA-ICFAO yung evaluation ng internal control ng OVP?
Ang magiging kwan lang po namin doon, participation is sa pag-evaluate ng documents. Makikita po kasi yung
No, just answer.
internal-
Sorry,
She's answering, Your Honor.
I
Allow
think
her to answer.
let the witness answer,
Okay.
counsel.
Okay, Your Honor.
Based po kasi 'di ba doon sa evaluation ng documents, makikita kasi doon na hindi maganda yung internal control, gaya nga po nang nagsabi, kasi hindi naging compliant doon sa joint circular po.
Okay, but is that finding on internal control, is that something that you can find in the notice of disallowances? Notices of disallowance, nakalagay ho ba doon na internal control nyo mahina, dapat baguhin ninyo kasi hindi kayo nagko-comply ng documents. Nakalagay ho ba doon?
Hindi po siya nakalagay na word, pero yun po yung nasa recommendation para yung ma-comply nila yung documents at sa susunod na pwede po bang makahiram ng copy ng AOM para lang po may ikot ako.
Kindly
Well,
show
yeah.
notice of disallowance or AUM?
No,
Sir?
I'm referring to the NDs, Miss Witness.
The notice of disallowance.
Yes, yes, Your
Ano po
Honor.
ba yung
Ang tanong ko lang, simple lang ho yung tanong ko. Nandun ho ba sa findings ninyo? Okay, ikaklaro ko, Your Honor. Nakalagay ho ba dun sa findings ninyo, very specific na to, na, uy, OVP, mahina yung internal control nyo, kaya dinidisallow namin itong expense na to.
Hindi po siya nakalagay doon na mahina yung internal control. Pero dahil nga po hindi naging compliant with the joint circular, nare-reflect po doon na may kakulangan sa internal control.
So in short, hindi yung nakalagay doon yung internal control. Yun lang yung tanong ko, Sailin, no? Okay. Yun bang si ICFAO, nagkandak ho ba ng fieldwork sa satellite offices ng OVP? Pumunta ho ba kayo doon?
Ay, Blaze lang po kami sa
Sa
documents.
dokumento lang talaga, no? How about sa DepEd? Pumunta ho ba kayo sa tanggapan ng DepEd?
Hindi po. Based lang po sa submissions nila na
Okay.
documents.
Siyempre, hindi ho kayo, ito question lang ho to, no? Out of curiosity, no? Nakapag-observe po ba kayo ng confidential operations ng OVP?
Gaya nga po nung nasabi ko, we base lang po sa documents
Sa
na
document
submit
lang
sa
po,
amin.
no? How about sa DepEd po?
Ganon din po. Base lang po dun
Base
sa
lang sa-
documents na na-receive namin.
Okay. Sige, salamat. So, sinabi mo okay, as mentioned earlier, no, may dalawang notices na tayo of disallowance. Okay. Yung first notice natin, yung December 2022, yung fourth quarter, Aware naman ho kayo na na-appeal ho yun sa commission proper, no?
Yes po, na-furnishan po kami nung petition for review.
Oo, kasi signatory ka dun sa answer na final ng ICFAO.
Opo.
Alright. And on on April 10, the commission proper issued a decision. Tama?
Opo.
And then nag-file ho yung respondent doon, no, si respondent vice president, ng motion for reconsideration. Sinabi niyo kahapon?
Opo, na-furnishan po kami ng ang office namin.
Okay. So yung motion for reconsideration ngayon, pending pa ho yun? Walang resolution?
Sa pagkakaalam ko po, wala pa po.
Kasi-
Kasi, opo.
Okay. Go ahead. Kasi wala ka pang nare-receive na resolution.
Usually po kasi pag may decision na furnishan yung office namin,
Okay.
wala pa pong na-furnish sa amin.
Okay. So, sa inyo pong palagay, no? Based ho sa inyong karanasan as auditor, no? The Supreme Court may affirm, modify, or reverse the COA decision.
Pwede pong pakiulit. Hindi po.
Okay, sige. Base sa inyong karanasan, kasi 12 years na ho kayong auditor, no? Yung mga ina-appeal pong ganito, halimbawa, nag-appeal ho si respondent, vice president doon sa Supreme Court, pwede hong i-affirm, you know what affirm is? Pwede hong modify, baguhin, at pwede hong modify, meaning may pagbabago, at i-reverse, baliktarin yung COA decision. No, yun po yung mga posibilidad pag nag-appeal ho tayo sa Supreme Court.
Sa
Your Honor,
pagkaka...
please, the question is misleading. Counsel is misleading because that is not what the law is. There is no such thing as appeal to the Supreme Court. There is petition for certiorari on grave abuse, Your Honor.
Yes,
the witness may answer,
I will correct
counsel.
my-
We're
I will specify,
dealing with
Your
strictly
Honor.
legal
Yeah.
matters here. I doubt if she understands the difference between articles, rather Rule 45 and 65 of the rules of
because
court.
the witness is a layman.
If
Your Honor.
she knows, whatever you know, Silene, in relation to the question.
Yung sa pagkakaalam ko lang po, ang fina-file po sa Supreme Court is petition for certiorari.
Yes, ang tanong ko doon is, ang maaring maging output o resulta, no, pwedeng ma-affirm yun ng Supreme Court, pwedeng ma-modify, at pwedeng i-reverse. Yun po yung mga posibilidad. Di po ba?
Your Honor, these are legal remedies.
Witness would not know, counsel. She's not
Witness will not
competent.
know, incompetent.
Move on, counsel.
Okay. Okay, I'll move on, Your Honor. So, punta ko tayo sa second disallowance, no? Notice of disallowance. Yung date po nun, March 31, 2026. Okay? Na-receive ho siya noong April 20, 2026. At sinabi niyo kahapon na may 180 days pa para mag-appeal yung respondent.
Opo,
At kung sino mang nakapangalan doon sa notice na yon.
Opo.
At sinabi niyo ho kahapon na the respondent is well within the reglementary period to file her appeal.
Opo, tama po.
Okay. So in short, yung first and second notices na to, wala pang final and executory dito.
Yung sa final and executory po na yun pong sa...
Hindi, okay. Sige, I will modify my question.
Rephrase, counsel.
Okay. When does a notice of disallowance become final and executory?
Yung sa COA ICFAO po kasi, once nag-issue kami ng disallowance, under the joint circular po, kailangan itong i-restore sa book. So, magiging part ito ng unliquidated cash advance at ang yung nakalagay po dito is i-restitute na po yung
Okay.
amount.
Kindly listen to my question, ha?
That's her answer,
Ang
Your Honor.
ang question ko ho, when does the notice of disallowance become final and executory? Sa yung answer mo is based dun sa
Base po kasi
sa ND. So pag issue ng ND, final and executory na yon?
Hindi po, may demand po to restitute po. Pero yun nga, meron pang remedy which is mag-file po ng appeal sa commission proper.
Okay. So isn't it that a notice of disallowance becomes final and executory upon issuance of a notice of finality of decision? Aware ho kayo niyan kasi nagpa-practice ho kayo sa ICFAO.
Yung notice of finality of decision po.
Okay.
Dun.
So, in fact, Can we flash it on the screen, please? That is under item 3.21 of the joint circular. Nakalagay ho, no? If you can go over the item, notice of finality of decision. Nakalagay ho, a written notification that a decision of the Commission on Audit has become final and executory. Agree ho ba kayo sa definition na yan?
Opo.
Okay. So, in this case, wala pa ho tayong nare-receive na notice of finality of decision.
Wala pa po.
Okay, salamat.